consider the conservativity and confidentiality of domestic violence cases?
Definitely, and therefore the law stated within its articles that it shall be confidential. Every proceeding, legal measurements, legal remedies that are taken when government officials are dealing with a domestic violence case, starting the period of time in which they receive a phone call that is reporting on domestic violence, till the period in which it reaches court. Even the hearings before the court are going to be before the consular chamber.
Okay, so
yes, so everything has to go confidential.
Good to hear that. So what are the legal remedies and measurements taken once receiving domestic violence claims by police officers?
Yes, so when it comes to government authorities and official authorities undertaking a complaint that they have just received, first and foremost, they have to investigate with evidences such as eyewitnesses. And according to the law, it is permitted to investigate with minors, because according to the Criminal Act, minors' testimony may not be heard because they are below 18. But when it comes to this law, we can hear witnesses who are under the age of 18 if they can witness on domestic violence. And the conservativity of domestic violence is that it's happening in-house, in which there is a lack of evidence. So people are not going to be recording themselves or recording their family members. And this is why it's hard to get an evidence. And when it came to the clause of, let's say, the law, the legislator considered this conservativity, and therefore it is permissible to listen to testimony by minors. So the first thing that the official authorities are going to undertake is to gather and grab evidences. The second thing is to take the domestic abuser into custody, to remand them in custody in order to undertake legal remedies. So if it was proven that there is a domestic violence, then the abuser must face investigation and must face legal accusation, and there will be charge pressed against him. When it comes to the victimized person, the victimized person has to go through the medical help. So that's going to be through the forensic medical department, because the forensic medical department is the authorized authority within the country to initiate final reports. See, medical reports are within different types. We have a prior medical report. The prior medical report is the report that every individual can go and grab when they go to a hospital. So let's say any person who faced an incident, it may not be a domestic abuse. Two individuals got in a fight, right? They can go immediately to a hospital and get a report. But that report is always called a prior report, because it does not detect precisely the dimensions of the abuse or the attack itself, unlike when the forensic medical department undertakes such investigation. So therefore, when it comes to the court, when the court examines evidence that is considered as a prior medical report would always be voided, because it's never a final report. And therefore, we always advise people who face domestic violence to be examined by the forensic medical department and get a final report.